famiri mang unko yere. O yere. Famiri mang unko yere. Mi abiban tori funko yere. O yere. Famiri mang unko yere. O yere. Famiri mang unko yere. Mi habiban tori funko yere. The language, good morning. The language was Ranang Tongo, the language from the song. And it means it is just a call to all of us to come and hear the story of today. That means Koyere, family mang unkoyere. Family, come and listen to the story. Everything what will be here today. And excuse me from my English, I just can speak only Dutch and Sranantongo. More than 500 years of Dutch representative in Suriname. That means you can be sure I'm going to murder King Charles. The King English. A libation is an important ritual to make connection with ourselves, our ancestors, and the spirits who are around us. I use water because water is known as important. You can make an important link. You can reach spirits. You can reach people's heart with water. That's why I use water. In some communities, we use alcohol and other things, sweet drinks, and so on. But today, I use water. I call the Supreme Being in the Winti, Nana Kedwaman Kedwampong, Mother Earth, Mama Isa, and the ancestors. Ancestors from everyone who is here in this room. Ancestors, you are welcome to be with us, to guide us, to give us the knowledge, to give us the peace of heart and peace of mind. Ancestors, you are welcome to be a part of this wonderful organization to help us to reach each other in peace and love. That we can change our knowledge, our wisdom in peace. Ancestor, Mother Earth, I give you some water, water from the heart, water from the mind, and water for relieving for all the mothers who are in grief. They have to bury their husband, their sons, on different places on earth where there is war. Mother Earth, please give their souls from everyone who dies as a refugee, as a victim of war, give their soul the peace the soul needs. Mother Earth, I thank you for everything. I thank you for the life of all of us who are sitting here and our loved ones who are at home. Mother Earth, be kind to us, be lovely to us. And for all the souls, people who are born on Sunday, I give them an extra welcome, the souls from Sunday, in the man and in the woman. Please be here, be our special guest, because you are born on Sunday. I ask the Supreme Being, Nana Kedwaman Kedwampong, to be our leader, to be our soldier, to be our protector. Let's we have a good day with each other. That's the libation. That's the pray to Nana Kedwaman Kedwampong, the Supreme Being, to Mother Earth, the ancestors, the spirits of the air, spirit of the earth, spirits of the water, and the spirit of the bushes. Let all have a good day, please. Mag ik direct door? Zeker, mevrouw. Nou, volgens mij toen ze deze trap maakten, hadden ze niet aan mevrouw van 70 jaar gedacht. Mag ik je dit teruggeven? When I was invited to be here, I thought, oh, wonderful, writing systems of the other world. And I was thinking, the other world? What does that mean? Because when I am just thinking about the other world, I have in mind my ancestors, the spirits of the earth, the spirits of the air, water, and the bush. I'm not sure if you all who are sitting here has the same idea like me. Because most of the time, when I have a European-wide audience, if there are 10, 7 attract my attention by just this. But it was wonderful to think about the other world from my perspective, and that's the way I go to make the presentation. And watch my time, because when I have a microphone, there's no border of times. Where I can speak Dutch, dus English is a bit difficult, so be my time watcher. En meneer, right is the forwarder, or not? Yeah. This is my korte CV. Child of mother, I'm a sister, mother, grandmother, and so on. Professions, oh, there's a S, okay. I'm registered, I'm retired. 5 years already. I have a few foundations, you can see it. It is not interesting enough. I do the travel, heritage, and I'm from Suriname, here it is. Suriname. This is a big country. The border, Atlantic Ocean in the north, east French Guyana, the Marowijne River, South Brazil, and West Guyana. And we have 642,000 inhabitants. And in the first time in the history of Suriname, we have a woman as president. Yes, a woman. And yes, we hope she get the occasion to do the things. The Winti cosmology, I just started the libation with Nana Kidwaman Kidwampong, and we have a pantheon of Winti from the air, earth, water, bush, and the ancestors. Winti is developed in Suriname by the ancestors, and out of their special spiritual practices they brought from the Akan, the Ewefon, and the Congo people. That's how they make Winti. And in Winti, sometimes when people get possessed by a spirit of the air, the earth, water, or the bush, they can write things. They write on a different way, and most of the time there are people amongst us who can read the writing. This is an example from a person who was possessed by Winti. And there you see the normal handwriting of the man. It was a man. Back to Suriname. Suriname has a cultural diversity of African, European, and indigenous Asian influences. The history is rich but very complex with slavery and immigration. Suriname was for 4 centuries a Dutch colony. Suriname has a lush rainforest, big rivers, and wildlife. All the people in the country have their own music, visual arts, and dance. To be sure, Suriname is a melting pot of cultures, and it offers a blend of tradition and natural wonders. As a Winti priestess, I deliver on-call spiritual care in institutions And that is particularly experience enriches my life on different levels. A few weeks ago, I had an experience with a young man. The introduction went well. The conversation remained superficial. I felt there was something that I was missing. I felt like I had to hit something, but it did not happen. We were talking for more than 45 years. All of a sudden, an inner voice told me to ask him to write or to draw what he feels inside of him. I gave him a pencil and a paper. Before he started drawing, he greeted me not in Dutch but in Sranantongo. He started drawing. At the moment he greeted me, I said, okay, here there is something happened. Because when he greeted me, I saw a change in his face. The glance in his eye changed. I said, okay, there is something, I have another visitor. I realized. And that visitor was a spirit, a strong man spirit. He greeted me, I greeted him back, and I asked him, please go on and do what you want to do. After 5 or 10 minutes, the young man handed the paper to me. And I tried to read it, but the lead from that reading was from inside. Not from my head, but from my heart. I said, okay, you are writing this and that. It is a young boy in penitentiary inrichting. So, and very, hoe noem je dat? In jail. Yes, in jail weet ik wel, maar hij heeft extra maatregelen. Extra beveiligd. Ja. Yes, security is on top. And the writing, I consider the writing as a message from the other world. And it really was a message from the other world. In the writing, I was very lucky at that moment from my inner guide. I used the right words to talk with him. And he admit van, oh, that is that. And I have a very important message for his mother. And the message was, the Spirit told him, oh, it is awful, but in a few weeks of in a certain period, his wife will end the relationship. That was the Spirit came and told us and other deeper information. I know from the Haiti, the Vodun in Haiti. Haiti is an African diaspora traditional religion. They use verves. Let's see if this is one. This is the holy writing from the Vodou from Haiti. Not the Vodou van Orleans and the films. No, the traditional religion from Haiti. And the verves, they are a way to communicate to the other world. This is the communication from the other world, the communication system from the Haitian Vodou. And this one, this verve is for Eligba. Ligba is the god from the communication in the Suriname Winti also. We need to talk to Liba, drone this for Liba, when we start with in Haiti, when we start with with a ritual. Without Liba, it is impossible to communicate with the other spirits. We call Eligba, Papa Ligba, the police officer of the cosmos. We need him to take our messages to the ancestors and to the other spirit. The verves communicate with the other world. The verves, they are the keys to open the doors to the other world. That's why they are important. Different spirits have their own verves. This one is from Ersuli Freda. Ersuli Freda is the spirit about love and beauty. You see, it's just like a heart and the stars. So when you need something that regards love and beauty, call on Ersuli Frida with this nice verf. You make the verf from flour, white flour, from ash, or kaolin, or with maize flour. That's the way we drown them. Cornmeal, flour, ashes, or sometimes fine crushed eggshells. The verves are sacred symbols. The favorite are sacred writings from the Haitian voodoo. Verve brings energy from the other world to daily life. Except it is also beautiful artwork. But the verves are the keys to the potential to the Winti or to the Loa. The verves are our spiritual tools. I think there is one more. This is from Papa Loco. And Papa Loco is the Loa, the spirit, the Winti, who keeps tradition. This verf is a powerful symbol of spiritual authority, old wisdom, and old knowledge. I think I have one more. This is from Isa, Mother Earth, Isiam. She is the spirit of commerce and healing. She embodied holy knowledge and wisdom. There are a few of the verves, and in the Suriname tradition, when people are possessed by a Winti, a spirit, they have different types of writing, which they communicate with the physical world, and they communicate also with the spiritual world. And in our existence, the spiritual world is very important. I am trained, well educated, but for me it is important. I can't be myself without my link to the spiritual world. Thank you.
Take it in, take it in. Wow. Yes. Wow. I'm so impressed. I took a few pictures, especially when you start speaking about love. I was like, wait, let me take a picture real quick. Maybe I find a husband. You know, maybe I find a husband after this. Does anybody have a question for Miss? Not all at the same time, eh? She is here for a while. What impressed you the most about this presentation?
I think the introduction kind of gave me goosebumps. And after that, I couldn't take my ears, my eyes off you. I am so glad that I was here present to experience your knowledge and your words here. I thank you. It's not a question, but I thank you for that.
Wow. And you never heard about libation before?
Sorry?
You never heard about libation before, the ritual that she was...
No, but I will look into it, like research on it, and I would like to know more about it. I think it's important for all of us.
Wow, beautiful. And what inspired you by the Winti writing systems that she explained to us?
I found it interesting that there were different ones when you were, taken by a different spirit, and that you could find out with those, who they were, and that there were specific people who could read them. So interesting to see how that mirrors into the other world, which is actually in the same time here.
Did we understand that correctly? That different spirits move us to write different like symbols, or you can, if you want, you can use that mic.
Yes, because in the traditional Winti, the spirits of the earth use other signs and other symbols. The spirits of the air use others. So they are different depending on the pantheon from which the spirits come.
Cool, cool, cool. Is there anybody else that wants to chime in? Yes.
Are those Adinkra symbols on your scarf?
Well, very sharp, sir.
Yes. The Adinkra symbols, they are from the Akan. I'm happy you recognize them. Suriname, we have a link with the Akan from Ghana. And this one is the Jinyame, means Jinyame, and that means accept God. And I always said, except God, I fear no one. And this is the Sankofa symbol. That means go back and take. And they are very important in the Akan culture. They are used for architecture. In architecture, they are using to in education, in history, and it's just a way of give people a message without a lot of words.
And for everybody who feels like extra inspired and wants to get more into the Winti writing systems and the culture, what can we do? How can we start?
Oh, that's let's start from today and talk with me.
Beautiful. But are there like
But this is not my specialty, the writing. I'm just doing this when somebody get possessed and you start writing, and then I try to read the writing. But this is not my this is not my core business.
So we first have to So we first have to get possessed first and then call you.
That will be a good one.
Is there anybody else? I'm going to go. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I see the calabash in the beautiful setup, and you talked about flower in the writings.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if there are any, because I see the calabash has an important presence as a plant.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there are more important plants which, yeah. I mean,
Yes, Suriname has a lot
of
yes.
course, yeah.
In the bush, we have a lot of plants,
Yeah, of course.
ritual and medicine plants,
Yes.
and the calabash is one of the most important one, with the costus, the sangrafu, and we use it. I take this with me because of the writing. That's why it is there. But there are a lot of plants.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Answer. Okay.
Yeah, I will talk to you later. Maybe I will
Okay.
ask.
Okay.
First student. And somebody in the back, I'm going to go in the back. Maybe there are some questions in the back. Mr. Italy.
I just love that you brought here the Adinkra symbols as well, and thank you, team. Yes. Yeah, I just appreciate that you brought the Adinkra symbols and the calabash as well, which in West Africa was used for writing. So I was really, yes, it was a tool for writing.
He's very inspired. That's the only thing you need to know. He's
Okay, thank you.
Very inspired. Somebody in the back. I'm going to ask questions. If you don't want to ask him, I'm going to ask him. Yeah, you look like you have something on your mind.
I'll join the stage later, but thank you for the wonderful presentation. I thought it was very inspiring, and I've been following your work, so I know about the work also. I spoke to Boris also, so the sculptures are also beautiful that you make together. I was wondering, that first letter, I was very intrigued by it, and I was just wondering, like, who was that actually, and which was the year it was written?
Oh, yes, it was 1950 or something. It is in a book from Herskovits and Herskovits.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I see it again.
Yes. I think you found student number 2. Okay, I think maybe, is there anything you want to add to it? For us students to know, to really take home with us?
Um, Something to take home is give attention, pay attention to the other world.
I
That's it.
love that. Give a hand for Marian Markelo.